Welcome to Fit for Life with Karen. That's me. And today we're going to talk about something that's really, really important. And I'm probably going to be talking about this forever and a lot of coming up shows and just in general because it's so important to prevent a fall. I've had a personal experience. I've been through the whole thing and I know what one fall can do to a person. So I don't want this to happen to you folks listening. So, just a couple of statistics. 1 out of 4 seniors fall every year, and most don't tell their doctors about it because a doctor might ask you questions, or try a new prescription drug. You can get dizzy from certain drugs, so do tell your doctor. I know if you don't hurt yourself at all, you don't want to, and I can understand that, but just keep it in mind. They do need to know so that they would know what to look for. Falling once doubles your chances of falling again. Something I really don't like to say, but maybe we need to be scared a little bit. Risk factors are not doing strength training, lower body weakness, especially in your legs, your core. Again, as I said before, prescription drugs, some of them, especially if they're too strong, can make you feel a little bit dizzy, and that's why your doctor needs to know these things. He needs to know, or she, that you've taken a fall. Even over-the-counter drugs play into that scene. So you could ask your pharmacist about that, maybe. And vision problems, even your hearing can lead to a fall because you're concentrating so hard on maybe listening to others while you're walking and you're not concentrating on where you're going. So keep that in mind. So today we're going to devote this half an hour to preventing falls, making you a little bit stronger. So most of it is going to be very easy. You just have to do it, that's all. And here we go. The first thing we're going to do, and it's just to loosen up a little bit. And this is part of the morning exercises that I've given you through the years. I call these foot fans, just moving the feet back and forth a little bit, just to loosen up the ankles, get that blood circulating. And most, if not all of these can be done lying in bed. So, I mean, what could be easier than that? Try to do maybe 30 or 50 of them. It goes fast, and it'll wake you up a little bit more too, so that when you do get up, um, you'll have your mind. You don't want to be dreary and still half asleep when you get up. So foot fans, and then just lifting your feet up a little, and you're going to point and flex and point and flex. And this is good for your ankle, and it strengthens your ankles. You need strong ankles and strong feet and a strong lower leg and strong quadriceps right here, your thighs. So just by doing this, and try to do about 20 of those maybe. We'll put one foot down, and you're just going to do a foot circle, nice and slow. Doesn't have to be fast. You'll get more benefit if it's slow. Again, try to do 10, as many as you can. If you want to work up to 20 going one way, maybe 20 going the other. I will not be counting all of this through because it will take too much of our half hour. So let's just do these little turning movements with the feet. As I said, good for the ankles too. Great. And now another one that's really easy is just to kick your leg. Try to pick it up off the chair a little bit. I think that might happen naturally anyway. 4 and 5, and when you're watching television for too long, try some of these. Don't ever sit for a whole half an hour without moving. It happens easily when we're watching Netflix, especially. So I try to do these when I can. Couldn't be easier, really. Let's just rest for 1 minute. Let's open the feet a little bit and come forward. Let's get a little stretch in that lower back. Oh, that feels good. That really feels good today. And then we'll come back and we'll sit and just be nice and comfy. Another good strengthener, again, to prevent falls. That's why we're doing all this stuff. So let's lift the knee up. 1. This too can be done seated, watching television. Good. and 4. And the slower you go, actually, the better on these. So you'll get strong faster. So you don't always have to have weights and bands to get strong, to do some kind of exercise. How about walking? Take that walk. Fall is here, and let's walk as long as we can. Even in the cold weather, just dress warm enough. As long as it isn't icy out there, we don't want to take a fall on the ice, that's for sure. So do as many of these as you can, as you feel that you can, and then go a little bit more. Wonderful. Another easy exercise, you can flex that foot back a little, keep the legs straight, and just bounce. 1, I can really feel that, can't you? 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. You can feel it here, so you're tightening here, you're strengthening here. Try to do at least 10 of those. If you want to do 2 sets of everything, that's fine, but even just a little bit of effort will make you a little bit stronger, and that will build up as time goes by. So let's flex that toe right back. So you're stretching actually the lower leg here, your calf muscle. So you can rest your arms. If you don't have arms on your chair, you can just put your hands here. So we're going to bounce with the other side. 2, and 3, and 4. You can put your hand here. It feels a little bit harder, so you know it's working. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. And even if you can only start with 4, it's better than nothing. And then you will gradually build up strength. You have to be consistent, right? Okay. Now, there's one more that I would like to try that I don't have on my list. Let's lift the leg up and flex the foot and push down as if you're pushing the pedal in your car. A little bit more ambitious, not much. And you don't have to hold on at all if you want to get a better workout. And we'll say 5, and 6. And, maybe you could write some of these down. We will be doing them again, but they're so easy. I'd like you to try to remember. Let's try the other leg. We're going to lift up, flex that foot and push down. And 1, and 2, no arms. 3, and 4, and 5. Getting stronger, toning those muscles a little bit. Good. All right, now for the last one in this little group. And this one takes the most effort. And it's the sit stand, which we've done many times. I would like you to come forward in your chair just a little bit. Why don't we just put our hands here, right here, kind of in the middle of the thigh, and push down to stand up. Now, if you haven't been doing that, or if you can't do that, it's a good way to start. So let's sit back down. Don't take a step forward. You want that chair right behind you. Let's try it again. Pushing into the thighs and standing up. Good. And then we'll sit down slowly. Good. Try to get used to doing that, and then try without holding on. You might surprise yourself. So just do it, okay? So let's sit down again. Let's try one more of these. Up. Wonderful. So we've done at least 4. It would be a good idea to do 8 of them if you can. So we're going to sit back down. Well, let's do it. We might as well try the other way we can do it. And we're going to try to get up. I don't know, some things might be easier for others, and sitting back down, and let's try it again. And you could practice that on a hard chair, or in a hard chair is easier. Sometimes our couches are very low or very soft. You might find difficulty trying to do this. So do sit in a chair that's a little bit harder. Gives you a little bit more of a challenge too. All right, now we're going to stand up to do some legs, especially leg strengthening exercises. So I'm going to just stand up like that. Well, you know what I just noticed? I had my foot in the back a little bit, and it was much easier. I think I'm going to do that from now on. All right, let's get behind our chair. If you want, you can grab some water. Always have your water with you when you're watching the show. so you don't have to miss anything. Of course, you can pause it too, sure. Today I have a little lemon water in here, which is very good. Unless you're not supposed to have it, but that's kind of rare, I think. I'm going to turn the chair, my chair. All you have to do is get behind your chair and watch me straight ahead here. All right, now, to strengthen your foot and your ankle, and we've done this 1,000 times, all you're going to do is just lift one. Slowly lift those heels. We're lifting the heels up. And 3, good. And 4, why don't you let go with one hand? And 5, and 6, try the other hand. And 7, oops. And 8, and 9, and try the last one without holding on, and then try another one. And if you can do it, just keep going as far as you can go. So you'll get a little extra strengthening there, just a little bit. Let's try this just to loosen up the legs a little bit. We're going to kick to the back. What that will do is stretch the quadricep here a little bit. And then we'll alternate 2. And I can feel that I've been exercising. There's a little bit of soreness in there. Just keep kicking to the back. This one feels good and it's easy to do. And we're doing something back that way, which is a little different than the other stuff. Wonderful. Now, most of us have a weaker leg, a weaker eye, a weaker arm, whatever. So what we're going to do is do another set of these heel lifts on the weaker side to try to balance your strength, hopefully preventing a fall. You never know. We have to do everything we can. So I'm going to stand on my weaker leg, bring this other one up. It doesn't have to be way up here. You can just lift it up. And let's do another set on one leg. Now you're going to feel the difference here. So we're going to lift up 1 and 2, good, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I can definitely feel that. Takes a little more effort, doesn't it? All right. So what I'm going to do is shake that leg out, the one I just did. And now we want to stretch that muscle out, that little muscle there in the back of your lower leg, your calf muscle, of course. So you're going to point the leg that you were just standing on. I'd like you to point back so that you're putting your toe on the floor, the ball of the foot, and then pulling your heel down. Now, I'm not feeling a great stretch in that calf muscle, so I'm going to bring that foot back, all right? Now, push yourself up nice and tall, or go back to the point where you feel it stretching. You want that calf muscle. It's been contracting, and now we want to stretch it right out. If you want to try to balance here, let go with one hand, and then let go with the other hand. Make sure your chin isn't forward. Pull it right back in so you're aligned, all right? Try the other side now. Toe, ball of the foot, and then pull that heel down. Oh, I can really feel it there. Wow. But I do want you to push yourself up, nice and tall. If you start with the chin, everything else will line up under it, okay? So this hand comes out, that hand comes out. Good. Do whatever you want. But try to stay there as long as you can. Wonderful. And then we'll come back. You're doing a great job. Let's try this. Just do this. Do a couple of these like you're marching, just to loosen up. But while you're just doing this, and it is very easy to do, you're still strengthening the legs a little bit. So I'd like to try now to really, challenge your ability here and your strength. Your feet are apart a little bit, maybe 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches. You're just going to bend your knees and stay there. Just stay there. All right? Arms out to the side if you want to try to practice balancing. You shouldn't have too much of a problem here. Then we'll come back up 1. All right, so right now we're just bending the knees a little bit. Bending them, great. And if you have arthritis in your knees, you might feel this. Try to find a place where you don't feel it as much, especially if you were just going to stay down here. You want to find a place that feels a little better. You have to kind of work around the sore parts, the parts that are hurting you a little bit, all right? So let's stay down here again, just for a few seconds. All right, now let's come up straight. Now this time, I just want you to lift the heels up again, like we did before, and don't put your heels back down, and I want you to bend those knees. Keep your heels up, and you'll get a better strengthening right here in your quads. Wonderful. Let go with one hand. Let go with the other hand. You can do this fast if you want, just be careful. Out to the side, good. All right, and then come back. Now I'd like to do a little bit more of that kicking back. So we're going to kick back 1 and 2, and that'll stretch those quads right out. 4 big muscles, the quadriceps. 4. We'll say 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now we have a hamstring back here, don't we? So let's do a little strengthening with that. All right. So here's what you're going to do. You're just going to touch to the back and then lift your foot up. Also good for the glutes. You're going to bounce 1, 2, 3. Just barely touch. 4 and 5 and 6, 7. Can you do 10? And this should be 10 coming up. Wonderful. And then just bend those knees again. Relax a little bit. Let's take a little break. Just drop that chin right down. You're holding onto the chair. And then nice and straight. And how do we get straight? Pull the chin in. You'll feel the difference. You can breathe better, swallow better, instead of like this. All right, wonderful. So let's just relax. Now the other leg, just put your toe right there to the floor. Don't hit it, just place it there. Pull yourself up straight if you can and bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Let's do 10, 9, and 10. Wonderful. And now you can just come back and relax. You might want to come back to the side of your chair. I'm going to turn mine again. I'm going to come right over here just to stretch out a little bit. So we're stretching back here. You're still strengthening here, though, when you're lifting that leg up. Nice stretches. This is going to feel good. And then we're going to sit in the chair and do just a few remaining stretches. Wonderful. While we're up here, let's just open those feet nice and wide. What position is this? What ballet position is this? 2. So 1 is here, isn't it? So if I said everyone in second position, you would know exactly what to do. Let's just do some nice easy bends. Easy. This is really good for balance too. Side to side, side to side. If your feet are too close, you're not going to be able to do this. If you need to hold on, so you'll have a wider stance, get behind the chair and hold on. Yes, this is great. Don't lean back on the heels. Make sure you're slightly forward, but not like this. You're not bent like this. Your whole body is here. So let's stay here on this side. Just let the arm drop down. Again, if you need to hold on to your chair, you can do it just like this. Or if you're in the back of the chair, you hold on to the chair. Good. Don't let this happen. Try to keep that arm nice and straight. It's a really good stretch. Then we'll try the other side. I'm just putting the hand right here, up and over, and reach for the sky. Good. And the more you do it, the easier it will be. Wonderful. All right, let's sit down. Grab some water again if you need to. We just have a few minutes left. So you are on your way to being stronger, better balance. It just happens. It's just life. But we have to do everything we can to prevent it. Some people take a lot of falls, never get hurt seriously, but sometimes that first fall can be really awful. So we're just going to keep getting stronger. Make sure you're taking your walks, especially in the good weather, and it feels good. Let's do a good overall body stretch. We're going to slide forward, and you've done this one before, and you're just going to kind of turn those legs to one side. Make sure you don't leave this leg over here now. You want the two legs to be parallel, and you want to be more toward the edge of the chair rather than seated all the way back. You can hold on to the arm. That's why I ask you to use a chair with an arm. And now the leg that's closest to me, just bring it back. I know I never give myself enough room, do I? And all you're going to do, your toe is on the floor, is push that heel back. Push the heel back a little bit. So you get a little stretch in the foot. Not much of a stretch here, but a little. We'll say a little bit. Good. All right, now if you can, I'd like you to reach down and lift that leg up and pull it back, or just lift it up. Now, if you're wearing a stretchy pant, you could just take that and hold it up. It's kind of cheating a little bit, but still doing something, so that's good. And you're going to pull back again, nice and tall now. Pull that chin right in. If you can let go, that would be wonderful, and you'd be surprised how really nice this looks. So maybe you have a mirror that you can look at. Wonderful. All right, we're going to let that arm come right down slowly, and the leg. Don't let it just drop, okay? Now we want to stretch the back of the leg, and you know this is the hamstring. Heel down, your toe is up. If you want, you can flex the foot a little bit. Bring that toe back a little bit further. So you're going to just put your hand right here on your thigh. Keep your back straight as you come forward. You won't be able to come forward or touch your toe or any of that, but you're going to feel a stretch in your spine, your lumbar area, and also in your hamstring. Keep your head up. So this is a good way to stretch that hamstring. Now if you want, you can come back up and just relax for a few seconds, and you're going to slide that hand down, slide it down, slide it. So we're just rounding over now. Don't worry about sitting up straight. All right, let's come back up. Let's do it now with a breath. You're going to see the difference. You're going to breathe up through your nose like we do in yoga. And you're going to exhale and slide it down. Try to make that exhalation as long as you can, and you will see that you can go a little bit further. It's really interesting how stretching and working out changes the body, makes you more flexible, makes you stronger, makes you feel better. So let's take another breath together, all the way up through the nose, holding that breath and then exhaling. Wonderful. You can round your back now, but look, I can almost reach my ankle. Now, I guarantee if you did that 2 or 3 more times, you could touch the top of your foot or maybe your toe. So it does work. You just have to do it. But we have 2 legs, so we have to do the other side. So I'm going to turn. Again, the leg closest to me, just back. Easy stuff. Your toe is on the floor and you're pushing that heel back. Push it back. Push it back. Feel a little bit of a stretch here. You're stretching that foot a little bit. Nice and tall. Pull that chin in. I'm going to hold on here. Why don't you bring one arm out, bring it to the front. So this would be a nice arabesque, wouldn't it? So we're pushing the heel back. Now we're going to do just the opposite. So that is here, heel down, toe up. Keep that back nice and straight. You can hold on. You can put your hand right here. Come forward with the straight back. Don't round over yet. Okay, keep it nice and straight. And you'll feel a nice stretch back here. Well, I don't know how nice it is. I don't know how comfortable that is, but you want to feel something. You want to feel alive, right? Wonderful. Now you can round your back and slide it down, and oh, see how that feels. All right, and then you're going to come back up slowly. We're going to take another breath together all the way up. And then exhale. Don't forget to exhale. Waiting to exhale, that's a movie, isn't it? So sliding down, you should be able to go a little bit more because we use the breath. It helps us to stretch better. Again, let's breathe up through the nose. Holding and exhaling and exhaling and exhaling. Wonderful. All right. Guess we've had enough of that, haven't we? We've done a lot of stretching today. Why don't we do, we've got a couple of minutes left. Why don't we stretch the upper body just a little bit? Hands on your knees, and all I want you to do is pull yourself up. Look at that. Honestly, I didn't even take that breath. It just happened. You can actually breathe better when you do this. So let's push out, push the chin out, and bring it back in. Ooh, how does that feel? Feel the difference between poor posture and great posture. Very good. Nice and tall. Pull yourself up again. Get those shoulders down. All right, now let's bring the arms up nice and tall. Let's grab a wrist. Pull that arm up. You're going to be taller after this. I hope you'll believe everything I say. Grab the other wrist and, pull that up. Oh, terrific. That is a nice stretch. Now let's do one that might feel good. Just put your hands right back here in back of your neck. Good. Can you get your elbows back? Feel the shoulder blades come together. Let's do a little twist here. I can think of a million stretches we could do, but we've only got a minute left. Wow. Back and forth. But you're going to have better posture too. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be stretched out. Let's do a little bend. Wonderful. I want to thank you for joining me today. Keep watching. Each show is a little bit different. We deal with all the basic fitness components, so pretty soon you'll be maybe perfect. Who knows? But just keep moving. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. That's so important. So keep it in mind. Keep moving. Play pickleball and golf and whatever else you do. How about badminton? I love badminton. So we will see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.